Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And as you can see, we will be continuing our The Bet of Fallcrest adventure, where we basically left in the middle of the action the last time, and we will continue in medias res. But before we do that, just a few things. I stated up Selena Kylie, the cat, as a proper character. She's a level 1 thief, obviously, with agility 3, strength 2, mind 3. And her agility resistance is 4, her strength resistance 2, her mind resistance 3. She's got 12 stamina, which is strength times 3 plus 6, so that's 12. She's got an armor value of 1 for her leather armor, so she's wearing light leather armor. And her attack pools, this weapon that she's wielding, I call it a long dagger, because thieves, they are proficient with one-handed melee weapon, so this is the weapon she's proficient with. So her attack pool is 5, which is her agility of 3, her proficiency bonus of 1, and 1 die for the light weapon. And as a thief, she's an opportunistic attacker. So if we're in a melee combat, or if she's in a melee combat and her target is also engaged with an ally or unaware, she gets plus 3 dice to her attack roll, and she gets plus 2 on stealth and thievery rolls. And she's got her black leather armor with hooded cloak and mask, her elegant long dagger, and a thief's belt, which is basically like an adventurer's belt, but it also includes thieves' tools and ball bearings and caltrops and stuff. Alright, and I also made a nice character card for Brian Wayne, the Bet of Fallcrest, cleaned things up a little. So that is his character card. So now I got these two characters that have formed an unlikely alliance to stop an organization that is, according to the research the Bet has done, that is led by a drow wizard or alchemist that calls himself the Scarecrow, and he creates a very potent drug that is then brought into Fallcrest, and they create a market by forcing, so they got like thugs and enforcers in the streets, and they basically by force grab people from the streets and the slums and the alleyways, and they force them to swallow a dose of this drug, and this is so potent that it immediately gets them addicted, and this is how they create their demand. And because they tried this on Brian during the daylight in his alter ego, but obviously it didn't work because you don't mess with the Bet of Fallcrest costume or not. Alright, so this is where we start. So we're in the middle of the night. Let's say it is around midnight now, 2400 hours. We just took out some people here in this combat that I stated up wrong. Actually they would have been a little bit tougher because I calculated their stamina wrong, but that's alright. It's my first time trying this out. Oh yeah, and those first time viewers, so what am I playing here? I'm playing now a game called Delves and Dangers, which is a rules light D6 dice pool mechanic fantasy RPG created by Magehammer over at Magehammer's Game Table. So check out his channel and pick up his game. It is pay what you want on itch.io, and you can find all the information for that on his channel, Magehammer's Game Table. Alright, so this is it. So we start our session. This guy, the leader of the group that was supposed to store a new shipment of drugs in a new warehouse they have acquired, he just surrendered and said, I give up. I tell you what you want to know if I can. And Selena, the cat, goes, well, that's obviously pretty reasonable of you. And the bed. So I grab the guy and I slam him against this wall right here, turning in the process, slam him against the wall, and in my usual tactful interrogation techniques, I ask him, "Where do you store the drugs? From where do you bring the shipment in? Where's the scarecrow hiding?" So 3 questions at once. And he goes, "Calm down. I told you I talk. The drugs, they are produced on board a ship which is anchored in the Nantia River, a little outside of Fallcrest. And the scarecrow, he's on board the ship, and there's a small laboratory there, and there he produces the drugs, and then we bring him in this, we storm in this warehouse, and our Fallcrest guys, our Fallcrest operatives, they do the distributing part in the streets." "Who is working for you in Fallcrest?" I don't know all of them. I can give you the name of their leader and where we usually meet him. "Talk to me." Yes. His name is Telvos. His name is Telvos, and he has a room rented at the. Let's write this down quick. Telvos. He is the head. Sorry, I just head of the Fallcrest. I call it distribution crew. Head of the Fallcrest distribution crew. Okay. So he's the head of the distribution crew, and he hides in a tavern called not hides, but he rented a room in the tavern called the Lucky Cauldron. Okay, Lucky. So stays at Lucky Cauldron Tavern. It is not far from the docks, near the harbor district. All right. Near harbor district. Okay. He can tell you more about who's working with him and who's distributing the drugs and where you might find them. "That ship you were talking about, how far is it?" Not that far. You can reach it, I think, in about half an hour if you pedal out the city southwards towards the Witchlight Fence. About a half an hour distance, there's this ship anchored in the middle of the river. You can't really miss it. "What's the name of the ship?" "It's the Bloody Mary." Okay, so ship is the Bloody Mary. "How many people on board?" About a dozen, maybe less. Didn't count really. Okay. "So, take us to your new warehouse. We want to know where it's at." Okay. So, and Selina goes, "Well, maybe we should get the dead bodies off the street first." Okay. So, yeah. "Watch him." So I tell Selina, "Watch him. I drag the bodies away." because I don't want to let her do it, because she's the woman. It would be would be strange if I'm standing there watching the guy while she's dragging dead bodies across the street. So this is my job. So I drag those 2 dead bodies in a shadowy corner in one of those side alleys, and yeah, and then pick up the crate and take us to the warehouse. Yeah, then he picks up the crate of the drugs, the shipment that the Brood lost when they were attacked, and he enters this half-crumbled wooden building. Doesn't really matter. So this is where the warehouse is. So he, he says, "This is our new warehouse." Okay, so this is our new warehouse, and I grab him again. "Are there already more drugs in here? Any secret compartments?" No, we didn't have time. It's basically a little makeshift solution. We didn't have proper time to get set up right after we lost the first warehouse. All right then. Though then I look at Selena. Anything else you want to know? Let me see. Does she want to know anything else? I don't think so. No, I think you covered it all. We know where the ship is. We know what it's called, and we know who the guy is and where he is that is in charge of the Fallcrest operations. So I think that about covers it. Okay, so I take him. Good night then. And then I elbow smack him in the face and in the groin and on the neck. Bam! And he just goes out down. And while he is down, I once again grab him and hit him in the face twice. And she goes, all right, he's out. And this is like from the Batman movie when he goes like, who are you? I am vengeance. Once he like beat up the guy that was already down and they all scattered. Okay, so she goes, all right. He's out. He's out cold, I think. We better take his weapons. All right, so we take his weapons and pat him down to see if he's got anything like a key maybe or something useful. Let's see, does he have a key? On a 5 or 6, he's got a key. We don't know if we would need it or not, but no, he doesn't have anything of use or value. So yeah, we just leave him in the warehouse, and then I talk to Selena. I will go to the ship. It would be a great help if you would accompany me. You seem indeed very competent, but I already noticed this in our first meeting. Oh, you really know how to flatter a girl, huh? Inviting me to a party crashing a ship? That sounds like fun. Yeah, it is my city too. I'm in. Let's head towards the docks and take this cargo ferry or whatever they used. All right, so we head back to the docks and we take this ferry that they used, and we just leave and head down the Nantier River southwards. Let me get the map out here again. So this is the Nantier River. So we head out southwards towards the Witchlight Fence, which is a large swampy area. And so they said about half an hour out, anchored in the middle of the river, we would find this ship anchored, the Bloody Mary. All right, so let's change the scenery. Let's see, do I have any ship maps in here? Sadly, I don't. Can I improvise something from these maps? No, so I will just be using my trusty acrylic sheet. But first, for some scenery. So we head out, and it's a small boat. Yeah. So we head out towards the Witchlight fence. Let me check the camera here. And indeed, about half an hour or so, we see light in the distance and the black silhouette of a ship. Let's see if we can already spot movement from here. So this will be a mind roll, and the difficulty is, yeah, actually it is, from this distance it is difficult, which means I need 4 successes. And Selena, she's got a mind score of 3, so she'll roll first because she's the cat and her senses are good. So I need 4 successes. I only have 3 dice, meaning I need exploding dice. Every 6 can explode. All right, Selena, difficulty 4. No, she doesn't spot anything. And me, I got only mind 2. Also difficulty 4, so it is almost impossible. Look at this. Yeah, all right, so I'm rolling as I usually do. Oh, and yeah, speaking of rolling as I usually do, because I usually forget, so did I already say that? So if you like what you see here, please do support the channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and interacting, and doing all that good YouTube stuff. All right, so from this distance, we don't see anything, so we have to get closer, and we will. And we try to approach the ship front side, so we don't, so if it's like, if it's anchored like this, like shown on the picture, we will, while we are still a far distance away, we will steer our raft so that we basically approach front side, so that the odds that they will spot us are reduced, because of course it is easier to look to the right and left than if you are standing up here, and so yeah. And I determined that they don't have a lookout posted at the moment because they're not out at sea and they're anchored and they don't really expect any trouble. So we come closer, we approach from this side here, and there's like this little cabin or whatever. This is probably where the captain's quarters and the laboratory and stuff is located. And as we come closer, we do indeed see some movement up here on the deck, and we count about 4 people up on the deck right now. And so we steer our raft, and yeah, we try to, can we anchor? No, we just steer it up to here, and then we, oh yeah, there's like this, but the anchor chain is probably, no, usually they're up front. All right, so we grab a hold of the anchor chain, and then we will climb up the anchor chain onto the ship. So it would be pretty embarrassing if this fails, but still, let's roll. It is an easy roll because the anchor chain is big and provides grip, and we are trained. So she's a thief, I'm a vigilante, and so it'll be an agility roll, and I will rule that at least Selena, me also as a rooftop guy, we can both use our proficiency bonus, which is 1. So it's an agility roll, and we get to use our proficiency bonus. We need 2 successes. So my agility is 3 and my proficiency 1. So I roll 4 dice and I need 2 successes. Come on, please. don't embarrass me now in front of Selena and all these guys on deck. I mean, I'm the better Fallcrest. All right, let's go. Ah, yes, thankfully. Those 2 successes, these are failures, and I could re-roll the 6, so I got 2 successes. Yeah, it stays at 2 successes, but that's all right. That's all I need. So I make it up there. So let's check for Selena. She also got agility 3 and proficiency 1. She's got the purple dice. Let's see if she makes it. Come on, Selena, you can do it. You're the cat. Yes, 5, 5, 3. 3 successes, so even more elegant than I, which is expected. So with a cat-like grace, she moves up the anchor chain, and then we duck, we crouch, and we hide in the shadows here. So let's set up this scene. And I'm not really yeah, see, am I bothered now with measurements? So I think for simplicity's sake, let's say that is, let's say it is like 5 squares. Oh, so 5 squares wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. All right, so, and let's check the camera. Yeah, looks good, I guess. So there's the anchor chain here. This is where we parked our little raft. And let's see, so usually there's like this little platform here. So this is a little bit raised. There's a small stairway leading down onto the main deck. And here will be the entrance to the main cabin. And there, I don't know, I think it did have 2 masts, so there's like, they're probably like so. Let's see, still looks good on camera. And let's just say that there's some crates here and some crates here, just to have some terrain to maybe interact with. All right, so we climbed up, so I climbed up first. And if you got any tips how to debase a HeroClix figure, I would be thankful. I might try it with a scalpel, because I actually want to debase this figure and use it without the HeroClix base, because it's better on this grid here. Okay, so yeah, so we are crouched, hiding in the shadows, and I said there are 4 people moving about on deck. So we have once again one of these thugs, and then we have, because of my Kraken week, I got a little compilation here of pirates, I think. So we have a female here, and she seems to be in charge of the watch crew that is on duty at the moment. And she's hanging out here, leaning against the side walls. And then we have generic pirate. Or it is pirate's just like a guy with a saber and clothing. one of these thugs. So he is doing something here with the crates. And we need one more. Yeah. Ship's officer. Ship captain. Yeah, all right. Another thug guy is also here. And he is leaning against this mast right here. And yeah, the most immediate threat basically. So this is the scenery, and thankfully they haven't discovered us yet. All right, and just let me stat them up real quick. And this time I will not miscalculate their stamina. I'll keep it simple. So they are, except for the watch officer, they all have the same stats. Doesn't really matter if they're male or female. They're generic ship thugs. Generic ship thugs, and they have all of their abilities are 2 or attributes. So their stamina is 6, strength times 3 this time, so stamina 6. Nobody is wearing, oh yeah, wait, this guy, yeah, he's wearing studded leather armor. So one of those guys does have different stats. He's got an armor value, and she is not wearing any armor. Okay, but she's got different stats. All right, so stamina 6. And they all, this guy, okay, let's keep it simple. They all have, I say, medium weapons. So it is a strength 2 plus 2 medium weapon 4. And are they proficient? Yeah, why not? So they are also proficient. So they have an attack of 5. Attack of 5, stamina 6. And this is, I think, all we need. And now we need armor. So thug 1, he's got armor 1. That is the studded guy. And thug 2 has armor 0. Thug 3, the saber, armor 0. And the watch officer. She's got different stats. Watch officer. Well, she's got mind 3, and all the other stats are 2. So for combat, it's irrelevant. She's got stamina 6, but I'll give her 2 more. This is by the rules. You can add whatever you seem as appropriate as the dungeon master, which is called Danger Director in Dungeon Delves. So I'll give her a stamina of 8. Stamina 8, armor 0. And to keep it simple, also attack 5. So, and I don't know if that is too difficult. We will see. All right, so we want to, basically ambush them. They haven't seen us yet, so I will not roll initiative. I will just rule that we will go before them. So it is the bat, it's the cat, and then the thugs. Okay. So let's try to take out this first guy quietly. I go. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. So I get out my batarang, and I have ruled that the batarang is a light throwing weapon, and even though it's not explicitly stated in the rules, I gave myself proficiency with it. So because the monk is proficient, I think, with bows or short bows, crossbows. So he is proficient with some sort of ranged weapon. So I just figured I will be proficient with light throwing weapons, which are my batarangs. Okay, and this is the studded guy. He's got armor 1, and they all got stamina 6. So let's see how this goes. So let's see. Actually, it would be like, from a gameplay sense, it would make more sense if Selena, because she's got this opportunistic attacker. So you know what? We'll do it like this. So I go, all right, you think you can take him out? You seem pretty fast. I'll cover you from here in case anything goes wrong. Yeah, I'll do my best. All right, so she will sneak up on him, and trying to stay in the shadows here, it is pretty difficult because there's not much in the way of cover here. So I will not do an opposed roll. Well, I could use his mind resistance as a target number, I guess, from this thug. But to be honest, this sounds too low. So let's say he's got a mind of 2, even though if he's got a proficiency bonus of 1, there will be 3. But I want this difficult to be a difficult task, because this guy is sort of looking around. We only have like the small stripe of shadow here. So actually it is pretty difficult. As a matter of fact, as I think about it, I think it is indeed very difficult. So I make it a very difficult task, which has a success success number of 5. But she's a thief, and with her stealth +2 and her agility, she will get 5 dice as well. So basically she can't have a failure, or if she has a failure, she needs an exploding die. But with 5 dice, let's see. All right, so stealth and thievery, agility. Let's go. Selena, let's go. This looks great. It's all successes. 3+ is a success. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. So indeed, with cat-like grace, and I'm amazed at her skill, she moves up to here, hides, and then out of hiding she does an opportunistic attack, which gives her +3 to her attack pool, which is 5. So I actually need 2 more dice. Let me get out 2 more purple dice. They gotta be purple, otherwise it's not fun. So now I gotta... There's one. All right, so we got 8 dice here. 3, 6, 8. Yeah. So if we're lucky, he's got armor 1 and stamina 6. So she needs to cause 7 points of damage, because armor is subtracted, to take him out immediately. And she's got 8 dice. Looks... it's doable. Yes, and I immediately see they're all successes and even 1 exploding die, but that doesn't matter. No 1 and 2s. And so yeah, that is 3, 6, 8 minus 1 armor. That is 7 damage. Stamina 6. So she just, with 1 quick movement, she, out of the shadows, launches forward, covers his mouth and nose with 1 hand, and the other one through the throat, her long dagger. And he does not make a sound really, and goes down, and he's out. And now I think there's no way, even though this was an opportunistic attack, now they will definitely notice this, because I mean, this guy, they sort of look around at each other, and this guy, he just saw a blur of movement, and then this guy slumps down to the ground, and he goes, "Something's wrong, we got company." "Well, don't stand there. Go and look." And then they advance, and now That was Selena. Now it's the bat, because now this is where the regular combat starts. So I'll just come out of the shadows, take just a small step forward, and with my battering at this guy, so I got 5 attack pool, and this guy has 0 armor because he doesn't wear any armor, but still 6 stamina. So I would need all successes and an exploding die to take him out. Oh look, it is 5 successes and 2 exploding dice. That's great. So alright, so 5, 7 successes, stamina 6, armor 0. So that's it for him. So I battering, and the battering straight in the face between the eyes, and he goes down. Okay, that was good. But now it's the thugs' turn. Okay, so they think it is a good idea to focus on one enemy. So yeah, they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can reach Selena. So he moves up and attacks. And he also, they got an attack pool of 5. Selena's got an armor of 1. So he comes with his club, but only 2 successes, armor of 1, so Selena takes 1 point of damage. 1 point of stamina damage, which I translate into her ducking and sidestepping out of the way. So this woman, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, she moves up. She can't quite reach her with one move, but let's just say, to keep it interesting, she's got a throwing dagger as well, which is a light weapon. So agility is 2, light weapon 3, proficiency, so that's only 4, but still she makes an attack with a throwing dagger. Alright, so 2 successes, no exploding dice, so 1 point of damage. So again, Selena ducks and dodges out of the way, 10 stamina. Alright, so that's the thugs. And this concludes the round. Now the bat, the cat, and then the thugs. So, yeah, I will from here just move up to this guy. And now, because I'm a monk, I will do some unarmed combat and do an unarmed strike, which is 5 dice for me. Oh, damn it. So that is 3 failures, but 1 exploding die. So 2 successes, 3 successes. Armor 0, 3 successes means 3 points of damage. So the brute, he's got a stamina 3 now. So I walk up to him and yeah, kick in the side of his knee and smack him with my elbow. But he's still on his feet. But now the cat can finish him off with her long dagger and her attack pool of 5. Alright, so these 2 are failures, but 1 exploding, so that's 3 successes. That is 4 successes. So 4 points of damage, armor 0, so this guy also goes down. All right, and now the thugs, which is she, and she sees that all of her thugs are gone. She is not in melee now, so she flees. She makes a double move of retreat into this cabin. So yeah, so she darts towards the cabin, enters through the door, and we of course chase after her, but as we reach the door she slams it shut and we hear a lock. So this door is now locked. Alright, so again, this is where we will leave it. I will conclude this episode here, continue shortly. We are getting pretty close, I think, to the first finale. Once we have dealt with the guy here, we still have to take care of the Fallcrest operations. But so far it's looking pretty good, actually. I think we are pretty capable, but let's see how we fare against the Scarecrow himself, the Drow Wizard. I think that might be something. So yeah, I will leave this here at this point. Basically, like, this is when you watch like the finale of a TV show, a season finale, which like over a couple of episodes built up tension and then ends with a cliffhanger. So these are like the last episodes of this season or show, where we will end with a cliffhanger with us in front of the door here. So again, thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will hope to see you soon in the next video. Until then, bye bye.